Welcome, my dear listeners. Stay with me to get the spoilers first. And subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen tomorrow on Royal. King confirms that Catherine is the first princess of Wales in 115 years to have royal warrants. Catherine's new royal job is a quietly historic moment for the monarchy. King Charles has officially named the Prince and the Princess of Wales as royal warrant grantors. This gives Catherine a new job that is both rare and very important. It will start in the spring of 2026. The Royal Warrant Holders Association says that application will be accepted in May and June 2026 for companies that met the requirements. The Prince and the Princess of Wales will each be able to issue warrants on their own. The change is more than just a tidy update for the royal family. People or businesses that have regularly provided goods or services to the royal household can get a royal warrant, which is an official mark of recognition. The royal family's website says that the warrant lets the holder show the royal arms and tells them who gave that endorsement. Catherine's feelings go beyond the paperwork. Reports in the Times and the other places have made it clear that she is the first princess of Wales in 115 years to be able to give royal warrants. Queen Mary had this power before 1910. That detail has quickly turned a useful royal duty into a momentous event in history. This kind of change is perfect for Catherine's public image. People have always thought of her as polished, consistent, and having a well-measured sense of duty. In royal terms, a warrant is more than just an endorsement. It shows taste, trust, and royal judgment that makes the role even more important for a Princess of Wales, whose influence is already huge in fashion, household goods, and British brand awareness. It also seems like the timing was carefully thought out. The Prince and the Princess of Wales are slowly becoming more important to the monarchy's long-term public image. The warrant role puts them right in the middle of royal patronage. Royal reporters have said that the move is both a practical way to take on more duties and a sign that King Charles has faith in the couple's future public work. That trust is important because royal warrants are not just for show. They are worth a lot of money and are very important, especially for British businesses that can use the royal arms on their products, packaging, stationery, buildings, and ads during the warrant period. The royal family's own advice says that the warrant sign is a sign of excellence, and there are now more than 800 people with warrants in a wide range of fields. This is where Catherine's power really starts to show. Over the years, her clothes, accessories, and public appearances have shown the Kate effect over and over again. With brands benefiting from her visible support, people have been saying for a long time that she has a unique ability to get people's attention without seeming too commercial. A royal warrant gives that power a formal structure. In that way, the new job feels both old fashioned and new. It is very old fashioned in some ways because it is based on an institution with hundreds of years of history and the royal seal of approval. On the other hand, it fits the modern monarchy's need to show that it is still important by using well known people who can link the crown to British style. Craftsmanship and business, Catherine has become a public symbol of the bridge between old and new more than most other senior royals. The sharpest part of the story is the comparison to Queen Mary from the past. Mary of Teck was the last princess of Wales who could give out warrants before her husband became king in 1910. Diana, Princess of Wales, never had that power, so when Catherine starts issuing warrants in 2026, she won't just be following a royal tradition. She will be bringing back a role that hasn't been in the title for more than 100 years. That restoration comes at a time when the monarchy is paying a lot more attention to how it interacts with British businesses. The Royal Warrant Holders Association says that the Prince and Princess of Wales will first look at applications from people who already have warrants before opening the process to more people. That phased approach makes it seem like the new system will be both selective and symbolic. The price for businesses is clear. A royal warrant can instantly boost a brand, especially if it is linked to quality, craftsmanship, sustainability, or a strong British identity. For Catherine, the responsibility is just as clear. The decisions she makes will be seen as not only endorsements but also as hints about what kind of monarchy she and William want to lead in the future? Let's find out a little more. That's why the announcement has had such a big impact. Catherine has not just been given another job. The job itself shows how the royal family wants to show that things are going to stay the same. By trusting the Princess of Wales to help shape the public's view of approval, taste, and national pride, people often talk about monarchies in terms of crisis. But Catherine's new power suggests something more stable and planned. The move also has a more general constitutional beauty to it. King Charles still has the power to choose which family members can issue warrants. The royal family's own documents make it clear that the monarch is the most important person in the system. The king is not only sharing responsibility by giving William and Catherine that power, he is also approving the institution's future structure. For Catherine, this moment could be one of the most important but least talked about events in her royal life. There is no drama like there is when a state visit or a balcony appearance. It won't get as much press as a big speech or a wedding anniversary, but it touches on something very important: her place in the monarchy's long term story and how she can change how the royal family interacts with the rest of the world. That could be why the story seems bigger than the title suggests. A royal warrant is a small thing that means a lot. It means that people trust a brand. It says that a decision has been made by the king. It says that the person who has the warrant can change some of the language used in the monarchy's business and culture. When Catherine starts doing that in 2026, she will be making history in more ways than one. She will be adding something new to how people see the Princess of Wales. The most important thing about this moment is how balanced it is. It is useful, but also a symbol, modern, but based on tradition. Individual but also institutional. Catherine's new job might start with applications and approvals, but it ends with something much bigger, a clear sign that the monarchy still sees the Princess of Wales as one of its most trusted and powerful people. And this is the kind of royal moment that doesn't make noise, but quietly changes everything. Because real power in the monarchy isn't always about headlines. Sometimes it's about who gets trusted behind the scenes and why. In my opinion, this isn't just a new role for Catherine. It's a clear signal, a very deliberate one, about who the future of the monarchy is being built around. And when you look at it that way, it feels less like a title and more like a responsibility that carries weight, expectation, and quiet influence. Because every choice she makes from here, every name she approves, will speak without words about values, about standards, about the kind of royal legacy she wants to shape. And that's where it gets really interesting, because influence like this doesn't shout, it echoes slowly but powerfully. So let me ask you this. Do you think Catherine's careful and polished image is exactly why she was trusted with this role? Or do you think this is also a test, a quiet way to see how she handles real institutional power before even bigger responsibilities come? Because here's what I believe. This is just the beginning, not the peak. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing her role expand even further, step by step, decision by decision, until she becomes one of the most defining figures of the modern monarchy. And when that happens, people might look back at this moment not as a small update, but as the turning point. The moment where influence became authority and presence became legacy. So keep your eyes on this, not just the big events but the quiet moves, because that's where the real story is unfolding. And when you start noticing those subtle shifts, come back and tell me what stood out to you. Because sometimes the smallest changes carry the biggest meaning.